Welcome to NeoEnglish, your daily podcast for learning English through real news stories.
Today, we're talking about the 2025 U.S. Open Golf Tournament at Oakmont. We'll tell the story, explain the news, and teach you some useful words and phrases.
Okay, let's start with the basics. The U.S. Open is a big golf event in the United States. This year, it's the 125th U.S. Open, and it's at the Oakmont Country Club in Pennsylvania.
That's right. And right now, it's moving day in the tournament. Moving day means it's the third day, round 3, and players are trying to get better scores before the final round.
Good word. Moving day doesn't mean someone is changing houses. In golf, it's the day players try to move up on the leaderboard, which means they try to improve their position.
Here's an example. If a player is in 10th place and then they play well on moving day, they can move up to 2nd place. That's moving up the leaderboard. Another example. During moving day, many players take big risks to get a better score.
So, what's happening in this tournament so far? Only 3 players are under par as moving day begins.
Let's explain. Under par means a player has completed the course with fewer strokes than the expected number.
Another way to say it, if par for a hole is 4 shots, and you finish in 3 shots, you are 1 under par. Here's another example. Under par is good in golf, but over par means you needed more shots, so that's not as good.
The news says Oakmont is the toughest golf course in the United States. Tough means difficult or hard. So, it's a really challenging place to play.
In this news story, not beating the allegations means Oakmont really is as hard as people say. The course is living up to its reputation.
A scoreboard shows the scores of all the players. You can watch live coverage, which means you see the golf happening right now, not a recording.
CBS Sports is providing live coverage and leaderboard updates for the U.S. Open, so people can follow the scores as they change.
Tee times are when players begin their games. For example, if a golfer's tee time is 2:15 p.m., that's when he or she starts playing. Another example, golfers must arrive early for their tee times.
Right now, as moving day starts at Oakmont, only 3 players are under par. That shows how tough the course is.
So, to sum up, let's review today's vocabulary and phrases. U.S. Open, a big golf tournament in the United States. Moving day, the third round, when players try to move up the leaderboard. Leaderboard, a list showing the rankings and scores of players. Under par, when you finish a hole or round with fewer strokes than expected. Scoreboard, another word for the leaderboard, showing all the scores. Live coverage, watching the event as it happens. Tee times, the time when a player starts playing. Tough, difficult, or hard. Allegations, things people say about someone or something, sometimes bad. Not beating the allegations means the course really is as hard as people say.
Here's the story with the vocabulary. The 2025 U.S. Open is happening at Oakmont, which is known as the toughest golf course in the United States. As moving day starts, only 3 players are under par. That means the course is really hard, just like people say. Fans watch live coverage and leaderboard updates on CBS Sports to see who is leading. Players want to have good tee times and move up the scoreboard, but Oakmont is making it very tough.
Another way to say it, the U.S. Open is happening now at Oakmont. Many players are struggling because the course is difficult. Only a few are under par. People are watching live to follow the action and see updates on the leaderboard.
Try using today's vocabulary and phrases in your conversations. For example, you can say, I watched the U.S. Open live coverage on TV, or that test was really tough.
If you liked this episode and want more daily news and English practice, make sure to subscribe to NeoEnglish so you never miss an update.
See you tomorrow for another news story. Keep practicing and have a great day.